I want to bring an idea today to our minds before we really move our bodies a bunch. It's an idea from Tibetan Buddhism that feels helpful in these times when there's just a lot going on in the world. And sometimes it might feel like just too much to hold or too much to bear. And so as you settle into your seat, let's just kind of open our body gently by finding that comfort in the legs, comfort in the torso. So however that means. For me, I'm just sitting up on my legs today, placing the arms by your sides and letting your attention come to your hands and just letting the hands relax either down, down, or palms up, whatever is natural. Don't think that you should have to do anything any certain way. But just come to a soft posture where you can sort of feel yourself opening. So you're not actively trying to straighten your spine too intensely, just a little bit for alertness, but also just allowing the natural curves of your body to support you and allowing your breath to be a little bit more maybe gently long and full. Maybe you are letting the eyelids go heavy, but it's not necessary. If you want to just softly gaze off the end of your nose, you can do that as well. So just taking one slow, easy breath in through the nostrils and back out as it comes naturally to you. And just letting the shoulders relax down. Any other small movements to just adjust to this moment. Be present to all that's happening in your body. Just relaxing the belly area, the ribs, feeling naturally broadening as you breathe. And this idea from Tibetan Buddhism is called Tonglen, and some of you may know it. I won't go really deep into that, but just to share that came to mind today. And my daughter's been reading a book that I have read a few times and need to read all the time by Pema Chodron. Maybe you know her. I can put her name in the chat after and show the book. But it's this idea comes from Tibetan Buddhism from way back, that we can open ourselves and breathe in all of the emotions, all of the feels that we feel from the whole world. So pain, suffering, all of the things, joy, the goodness. But especially in this practice, we kind of open ourselves to acknowledge it and have awareness of it. And then when we breathe out, this idea of release. So it sounds so simple, right? The idea of just breathing in, kind of open yourself to accept, or not accept, but feel the pain of the world or whatever has been on your radar. So maybe just for these next 5 breath cycles, we'll try this. So you're kind of letting your mind be open to it as well as your body. As you breathe in, you might just give this little opportunity to yourself to like process or digest or notice or label any of the things that have really kind of been hard for you lately or that you've noticed. And you open yourself almost to bring this in, to feel that same pain that others are feeling, or anger, or whatever the emotions are. And then the exhale, we just release it. It's just a process of doing a practice. So for the next couple breath cycles, let's just try that. So just allow your mind to observe or label and acknowledge any emotions that are present for you, whether they're yours or the world's. And as you exhale, just visualize a release of that, a heaviness, maybe kind of feel that leaving your body and dropping back towards the earth. Breathing in through the nose, feeling a slow, easy breath fill. Maybe it's filled with different emotions this time around. Imagine yourself just taking it in and being able to sort of like diffuse that as you release the breath back to the earth. And with the next breath in, let's just imagine ourselves a bird, either a bird's eye view or you can think of like a mountaintop view. So maybe you've climbed a mountain, maybe it's just a hill, maybe you've climbed some substantial mountains and you want to kind of bring that image into your mind. If that works for you now, visualize. Or maybe just an image you've seen. Pull that up now and imagine yourself there on the top of the world or soaring above the earth. And just see all the little moving parts. So see all of us here in our struggles, in our joy, and our pain, with all of it. Maybe zooming out a little further, maybe you want to get up a little higher and see the continent a little bit, the shapes, or maybe it's just like Michigan from above. Or maybe you're zooming out even more and seeing the whole planet. Just allowing yourself to take this bigger view, zooming out, can give us a sense of expansion, a sense of space in our own being. And now with your next breath, just begin to bring it back down. Notice the top of your head. Notice the shoulders, your arms and legs, how you're seated. Your breath going back out. And now just establish that connection with the earth, that you're the spot where you're sitting, so that there's this imaginary cord to the earth, maybe from your tailbone. We're just going to take 3 more breath cycles, and here you can visualize what that cord looks like. If a place, it's a channel to release again. Just anything else that you feel like is not serving this moment. Maybe it's something someone said to you, or just in general that didn't sit well. Visualizing that this is pouring back into the earth and it will be transformed. Energy never dies. So then we'll just go ahead and maybe begin to blink your eyes open if you had your eyes closed, and just drop your chin to your chest a little bit. If you have it there already, you might want to bring the head up. Just maybe do some shoulder rolls gently forward. If you're crossing your legs, you might feel like crossing them the other way, so feel free to shift, or if you want, you can come up onto your knees on the blanket and sit in what's called hero's pose, which is, if it's okay for you to sit like that, that can be nice to practice as well. So just readjust your position. We'll just start with a little bit more seated work today, a little gentle neck circles, or yeah, let's go with circles. So real slow, or whatever pace suits you. Just go around one time in one direction. Expanding your breath, really letting your hips relax open. And then take your circle again in the other direction. Relax the jaw while you do this. And then when we come back to center, let's float the arms now up and overhead. Bring the palms together. And as you exhale them down towards the heart, just press in a little bit. So left into right, right into left. Just feeling that midline, this nice direct connection here. And then we'll go ahead and inhale back up. Release the hands at the top. And then just exhale, hinge forward a little bit, and reach your arms back. And then inhale, sit back upright, and gather that energy up overhead, looking up this time. As you exhale, press the palms together. Notice if your lower back needs a reminder to soften and relax here. And then inhale, arms back up. Let's float that right hand down and side stretch over. So let the left arm wiggle the fingers a little, extend into the side body. Relax the head and neck and turn and look down. Turn and look up with the elbow. If you would like, bring that left hand or that hand behind your head. Look at the elbow tip, draw it back just gently, feel a little bit of a deeper stretch. And then as you exhale, take that left arm and reach it forward, kind of on that diagonal towards your right knee. And then exhale, stretch both hands to the right knee and just drop your forehead. Try to keep the hips low here. Keep the glutes relaxing towards the earth. Walk the hands back to center, taking your time hand over hand, and then walking it back upright. Let's bring the hands in front and just touch your fingertips and round your back. So ground those sitting bones down into the earth. Kind of feel like you're a little hunchback here. Draw your navel center back. Tree hugger, sometimes it's called. We can actually interlace fingers too, if that helps. And tuck the chin down for a moment. And then inhale, open those arms wide behind you and look up. Inhale and we're up. Left hand down this time and reaching over. The breath specifically directed there, maybe looking up. Notice your shoulder, place the hand to the back of the head if that's your preference, and look to the elbow tip. As you exhale, reach that right arm forward, kind of a lengthening stretch, and then both hands reaching off the left side here. Little diagonal stretch, drop the face, feel back into your glutes, to your sit bones, your belly. Inhaling, come back to center. And then just go ahead and place those hands behind your back. Bring them inwards a little bit, just as much as your shoulders enjoy. You can bring them all the way in towards center, and then bring your shoulder blades in. Allow your chest to expand forward and stretch up. Lift the chin. Remember that mountaintop viewpoint, kind of having that mindset here. Lots of space. There's plenty of space and time to process, to digest. Then just coming back to center. Let's go ahead and extend the legs out in front. So you can be sitting flat, or you can use a little edge of a blanket if you are stiff today. If you notice that your lower back gets a little sore sometimes when you're sitting with your legs extended, just have that edge, have your sit bones supported. And just flex the ankles here. Press your hands down by the sides of your hips. And imagine them just resting on the earth. So let the shoulders follow down. And then start to reach from your pelvic floor up to the top of your head. So start to engage these little muscles, starting at the feet, up the legs. Sort of feel your leg muscles hug the bone. You might even feel a little shake happening. And then up through your torso, through your trunk. Imagine everything around the spine is finding its place, and it's contracting a little bit, strengthening. And there's a cord connected to the top of your head up to the clouds above. And we're dropping the shoulders and just kind of straightening the back. And then as you release, bend your knees a little bit, drag those heels towards your glutes. So you get a little bend in the knees, and then you can scoop your hands underneath and just hinge forward. You can go deeper if you want, and reach, pull, grab hold of the edge of your feet. And then bend fully forward, let your head drop between either your knees or wherever it lands. Take some slow, even breaths here. We want this first one to be gentle. In the lower back, we want to really nourish the kidneys and all the organs. So feel your body, breathe against your body. One more nice full deep breath cycle here. Enjoy. If you want to intensify it a little bit for yourself, that's your choice. And then slowly hinging, come back on up and pull your right knee into the chest, towards the chest, and plant the foot flat. And then let's actually take this foot across the other leg. So right foot steps across the left, keeping the left ankle flexed so the leg is engaged, a little stretch in your calf. And we'll twist across to the right. So you can use your left arm to hug your knee into the chest. Bring that alignment. Use your right arm behind you. Create a nice leverage here, but be mindful of what's good for you. For those that want a little deeper, take the left elbow to the outer edge of the right knee. And then draw upwards again through the top of your head. With slow, easy breath, Observe the sound of your breath in the throat, maybe. Any sensations. Just breathing those in. Labeling perhaps if it helps you. Noticing. And then releasing kind of down through the tailbone to the earth. We'll hold this posture one more breath. The idea of just releasing anything heavy, anything stuck in the body. And then unwind, come back to center. Let's go ahead and fold the left leg back into like a half cross-legged, and then cradle your right foot into your left arm. Or if that's not comfortable, just hold this foot with your left hand and hold the knee. So either one of those positions. I'm going to just work with the hip a little bit. So create some circling, some movement there, or rocking, just kind of whatever. Yeah, nice. Those little movements that feel good to you and your body. And just continue that really nice focus on the breath, gentle yet present awareness. Noticing your own breath sounds and how they are part of the soundscape. And go ahead, we'll release this into our half lotus. So you can bring it as high on your left hip as you can and just sit cross-legged. And just take a moment here. It's going to feel like a big stretch in the top of your right foot, maybe the front of the ankle. Feel free to massage your foot a little bit. And then just sit tall. You can come right here or go forward. Some of you might like walk your hands forward in front, maybe coming to the elbows, maybe not, maybe staying up on the hands. But take a nice deep breath, drop your head towards the ground. Notice those sensations in the hips, lower back, outside the legs. Take one more moment here. And then gently walking it back up. Releasing that foot carefully, just noticing that nice stretch there. Release both legs out. And go ahead and bend the left knee. Placing the sole of the left foot down. I like to always just start here and just check in with my alignment before we cross over. So get some awareness and energy through the right leg, and then cross that left leg over the right. And sometimes you need to move things and adjust. So get a nice tall seat here and flex the right ankle. Hug the knee here with your right arm. And be mindful of your side. As you take the left arm behind, you may have to do something different on this side. Either just hugging in and rising up through the crown, taking the chin all the way around. As you fill your lungs and your belly, you'll feel your body expand into the thigh. And just enjoy that fullness, that full embodiment of yourself as you are. And that small little sense of contraction as you breathe out, pulling everything back, creating that nice pulsation. If the elbow wants to go to the outer edge of the knee on the side, take that there. Notice any little adjustments you can make for you today to just feel good in this moment. And then unwind, gently coming back. So folding that right leg into like a cross-legged or half cross-legged, and cradling the left foot, either in the elbow or the hand, bringing that left arm around underneath, and starting some small movement here. So just feel along this left side of your thigh into the hip area. Return to that moment and moment awareness by being with your breath. And although the leg may feel heavy and allow that weight to kind of pull you down, you're also reaching up through your neck, right? Through the crown, which is really our whole spine kind of lifting. So think of the base of your body also lifting to help support. And this kind of brings an awareness of internal strength for me. So it's physical, but it's also emotional. Go ahead and gently release that into your half lotus. So I usually kind of hold the foot. It feels a little awkward, maybe But get it up there at the top of the thigh as much as you can. Adjust your hips, your blanket, or not. Sit up tall. And then take it either forward or just stay seated tall. You might have a different, more open or less open on this side, so no judgment with that. Fill the back body with breath. So with all your attention to the back of your heart, the lower back region, just everything that you might be holding here. Allowing some space and some breath around it. And then gently beginning to walk your hands back. And releasing the foot. Let's come over to a tabletop position next. You can keep the blanket for your knees if you'd like. And just starting, simple things like cat and cow have just been more joyful to me lately. The foundation postures. So curl your toes and really take a few moments to set your hands where they feel good for you today. You don't have to spread too wide, but just notice what feels nice. Keep the softness through your palms and through your feet, but also a little bit of stretch. And then knees are underneath the hips. And just rock forward and back, make sure this feels good to you. And then inhaling to release the belly, and be mindful if you tend to go too extreme, then try to do this a little more gently today. Reach the chest is kind of opening, the throat is reaching, belly is releasing. Exhaling to that cat, just tipping the pelvis. Feel free to make it your own by coming up onto your paws, which I like to have on my fingertips sometimes. Tuck the chin in, round the back. Going through the motions here a couple more times. Being aware of all places at once, so the curl of the toes, trying to notice the feet, all the little places, those inside muscles. Just allowing energy to move freely. And then from neutral, we'll take the side movement as well. So leaning the hips to the left to look back to your right foot, or right heel, just really just out of the corner of your right eye. And just allow a nice stretch through here. And then to the other side. Neutral, breathe in, hips right, look left. One more time on each side on your own breath. So inhaling, prepare, begin to find the pose. And as you exhale, go into the pose. Maybe just finding a new spot in your body that you're aware of. Maybe it's the front of the chest, belly, wherever it might be for you. Finish your other side as well. And then returning to neutral. So come up for a second and sit back on your feet if you're able to do that. That can be a big stretch for the toes, so it might just be better for you to come up onto your knees. We're going to go back onto hands and knees and do a little bit more with the hips. So coming back. And let's begin by just bringing this right knee up close and our head to knee, and then we're going to extend back out and long. So we'll do a few of those. So inhale, draw it in. Exhale, extend. Actually, I like to inhale and extend. Yeah, and exhale, bring it in. So inhale here in the nice long reach. And if you want more of a challenge, bring that opposite arm out. So I have left arm, right leg out. And when you exhale, bringing it all in. You don't have to crunch in too much. Keep some space here. So when you bring your left elbow, kind of bring it beside your left ribs. Do one or two more, and you can point your toe or flex. And then just drop here for a moment. And we'll go ahead and do that on the opposite side. So the left knee lifting and bringing it in. Inhale, extend back. Really just feel the length of the leg. Exhale, activate your hamstring. See what parts of your leg you can feel. And feel free to add the arm. So if you're adding the opposite arm, right arm forward, and as you exhale, you're just going to bring it alongside. This will activate the arch of the foot, which then helps remind us about the pelvic floor muscles. We can use those to stabilize the spine. One more if you'd like. And then go ahead and drop the knee down. Curl your toes under once again. And if this is hard for you, I know that sometimes it's really hard for people to tolerate the stretch in the feet. Just see if you can do it for like, 1 moment. Or if you have knee issues, you can place something here between your thighs. We want to just sit our weight back and stretch open the feet. It kind of benefits the whole body. We'll go ahead and come up onto the knees. I'll turn. We'll take the right leg out for gate pose. So imagine that your left knee is kind of like your left foot. And extend your awareness to your right foot arch. Drop that arm. Sweep the left arm up and over. And with that side stretch we did earlier, this time you may want to add a little different variation. Maybe you want to dive deeper. But feel the inner thigh all the way from the arch of the foot. Maybe placing that hand behind the head again and looking up. And just slowly bringing it back. Switch, so find your balance here. Right knee down, left leg out. You can turn the foot kind of whatever angle works for you. Some people like it really forward. I kind of like a diagonal out towards the corner. Make sure it feels okay on your knee, under your hip. And as you're ready, inhale that right arm up to the sky. Just sliding down, just making some space. Again, feeling into the center of the body and what can support you here. Hand to the head if you'd like. Notice where your attention is, where your mind is, coming back into the body each breath. Let's go ahead and come back down onto the knees for just a little bit more hip mobility. So we're sitting on the left side. We're going to do some circles. So you're going to just be on your right knee. And sometimes I like to just really find that spot where it's going to be good. And then with that ankle flex, I know this one doesn't look very graceful, right? But you're lifting that hip up and rotating it around. And just really kind of be playful, be mindful. But like, where is your strength here? And then try to play with the other direction. So bring it back down. And this is really going to warm up both hips. So we'll stretch it out in a moment here. Finding stability happening in the rest of the body. Your abs will probably start to turn on to help balance you. Okay, let's let that left leg reach back and then take it over to the right side of your body and then look over to the right. And just spend a couple of moments here, a breath or two here, feeling that stretch out. Relax the toes or keep them curled under. Try to pull your shoulders down the back a little bit here so there's not a lot of rounding in the upper back. And then gently coming back to center. We'll try it on the other side. The left knee down, right under the hip. And then just start that circling coming from your right knee. And notice that your elbows might bend. You might kind of dip down into this. It's all okay. It's the way that your body is intelligent to support itself. Maybe there's areas that are weak and need a little protection. So just kind of have an awareness of your hands on the earth supporting you. Change the direction now. And listen for your own breath. Feel that warmth in the body. And then extend that right leg back and bring it over to the left side. And just take your gaze to the foot. Go over behind your left shoulder. Try to draw the shoulders down, the neck forward. Doesn't have to be your deepest stretch today. Notice what feels good. Bringing it back to center. Let's take a child's pose. So, your choice. If you want to go wide knees and extend yourself slowly forward and down onto the forehead, we'll spend a few breaths here. So, just begin to settle the chest, release anything that got moving here. sending it back to the earth. And maybe sighing out. For me, this is such a helpful way of releasing tension. We don't need to know exactly what it was, it's just that audible sound. If you'd like to, bring your palms together. Sometimes I have to walk the elbows in a little closer so the palms can align, and then we can tip the thumbs to the back of the head. Feel that center point where your palms connect with each other, and just feel yourself supported. Wiggle your toes, wiggle down into your hips a little bit more, and spend another moment or so here. And relax your hands down by your head to press yourself up. And then come forward and find your plank position for today, whether that's with one knee down, one leg back at a time. If you're doing this gentle version, just maybe rocking back and forth into the foot. You can switch legs, or you can have both legs back, feet together, strong through the arms and through the legs. Walking into your hands a little bit, just honoring all of the directions. Take one or two more breaths wherever you are. And then take it up into downward dog. Take some baby steps forward a little bit and widen your feet towards the mat. Check in with your hands and maybe turn, just make sure that that's okay for your shoulders. And bend the knees for a bent knee down dog. Shaking out the head. Being a little bit playful there, bending the knees, straightening the leg, taking it into your favorite variation today. And then taking some baby steps forward to the top of your mat. Honoring the way that you need to come today to your ragdoll pose with soft knees if you'd like. Folding the elbows or just dangling the arms. Feeling yourself now standing on the earth. So rock a little bit from heels to balls of feet and sprinkle your toes, I was going to say, and lift and sort of spread them. Just sort of feel into like that connection. And then noticing the arches of your feet will come to standing. Just rolling up slowly, take your time. Let's work on a little bit of balancing. So just find a nice position. If you need any kind of support, you can move to the wall or have a chair or couch or whatever you need. If you're outdoors, be mindful the ground is softer, so you might need more support, more focus. I'm just going to begin with a tree pose. Thinking of those deep roots that we don't see that are so much the support system of a tree. Choosing your leg, you can go ahead and begin on whatever side. Just turn that leg out, keep the toe on the ground, maybe just feeling how this feels to stand. And then slowly, if it's available, you can start to lift that leg up. And you can go up above the knee if you choose. Bring it and place it. Finding your gaze is, again, it's that moment-to-moment awareness. And whatever you'd like to do with your arms, maybe you want to just open them. They could be at your heart center. I like this mudra. I don't know if you can see very well. It's basically fingertips lightly touching each opposite. Kind of keeps things open, but it's also nice to have the palms together. So either way. As you feel the activeness of the posture, that shifting where your awareness is maybe sometimes more in the big toe, and then sometimes it comes the arch or wherever it is. Notice your breath along with this. Taking your arms further up towards the sky if you'd like. And just noticing yourself moving but steady. Soft in the eyes. The eyes and mouth are kind of important. awareness points to check in with. Nice, nice, nice. And then just releasing kind of slowly, taking whatever first part down, maybe arms, and see if you can kind of reverse out the same way. So you just gently switch it. Find your Tadasana, your mountain pose with your feet under your hips for a moment, and just rock back and forth. So we just want to rock from the balls to the heels, and just, it's easy, I think, to just look down and do this, because then you can find your balance. And then just start to extend that a little bit more. So can you lift your toes higher? Can you lift your heels higher? If you're holding your breath, smile, remember to breathe. And enjoy just that moment where it's kind of like we're not sure. Can we do that? And then just come back to center and draw the feet in a little bit. Prepare for your other side, your other tree pose. Find your gazing point again, that your focus is just here in this moment. Turning the toes out first. Rooting down through that chosen leg and then sliding up slowly. Keeping the standing leg, your strong trunk. Lots of connection between the left and the right. So wherever the foot is, it's actually pressing in. It's not just the one leg doing all the work. You can also keep your hands here in globe hand at the lower chakra, right in front of your navel or below. That feels nice if you're having shoulder issues and your arms get a little tired up here. Either place. And we want to be grounded. And the simpler things are, I find easier. We can really feel that sense of stability. Just keeping a mindful attention at the top of the head as well, the top of the spine, all the way down through that foot. And seeing that shifting sense of the balance is a verb, balancing. Notice how your body maintains this. One more moment or two. And where is your breath in all of this? And then slowly just release this foot the same way that you brought it up. You can go ahead and step the feet a little wider this time, maybe kind of like a half, medium, I don't know, a few feet apart for you, a little wider than your hips. We're going to bend forward so you can stop your knees a little bit, bend forward from the hips, and come down, cross your arms, and grab opposite ankles or knees, shins, kind of wherever it is. And let your head hang down gently. Take a deep breath in, sigh it out if you like. And as you inhale, just come halfway up. If your hands can touch, that's fine. You can switch the cross of your arms if you want to adjust your legs a little bit. Rock from heel to toe. And just feel a softness, steadiness to your feet. As you switch arms, again, just reach for the leg, almost rounding the back just a little bit, breathing into that space. And then releasing. Let's take our legs a little bit wider. So if everybody's okay, I know you have to probably shift on your mat, if you can still see. You're just taking that wide straddle position and rock again from heel to toe. If you would like to use your block, this could be a place for it. Keeping your right hand down, either on the block, right below your face. Palm can be flat or you can be on tented fingers. And as you're ready, reach that left arm. And as you're reaching the left arm towards the sky, keep awareness to your pelvic floor muscles. You take your gaze up, or if this is too much for the shoulder here, let's keep this arm low and out to the side. So today, if I'm honoring my body, I have a little bit of an injury. And do some wrist circles while I have the arm extended here. And then I'm going to take the left arm down behind my back. So bending at the elbow is a little bit easier. And then I can try the twist that way. When you're ready, release that left arm and bring bring it across to your right leg. Grab the similar location where we were, either the shin, the knee, or the ankle. And then try taking that right arm either up or just out to the side. A little more twist and reach. That arm hasn't quite had the stretch yet. So then bringing both hands below, just check in with your feet, rock to the balls, lift the heels, make sure there's not too much tension developing. Then left hand below the face here. As you're ready, send that right arm either out to the side only. And if you are doing this gentler version, you can lengthen through the top of the head from your root, and it feels really good. Otherwise, go ahead, feel free to reach all the way. Right arm to the sky, gaze follows. Nice big reach. Otherwise, also take that right arm and fold it to the small of the back, and maybe hang out a little longer. And notice. And when you're ready to release this right arm, reach it across to the left leg. One more chance for this left arm, so be mindful. This is your choice here. Arm extending or folding at the lower back, but still have that awareness from tail to crown. And when you unwind, you're walking your hands to that wide angle down dog. Keep the feet flat and just set those hands shoulder distance apart, dropping the head. Feel back into the ankles, feel the backs of the legs. Nice audible sigh, releasing any heaviness here. And then slowly walking your hands back, begin to turn your heels in. We'll come up through horse pose. So once your heels are in a good position, you can lift yourself up. Bring the hands to the hips for a moment, readjust anything that's needed. And we want to challenge things here. So when we bend the knees, use your hands to guide your knees towards the outer edges. So maybe it's more towards the pinky toes and less falling to the big toe side of the foot. So it might feel like you're kind of almost going to fall back, but that's up to you. You're going to find that edge for yourself. Really engage the muscles here. We can do a little bit of release for the spine by pushing some of your own weight, kind of mid-thigh, bring your hands mid-thigh, and then push down and in, or reach up to the top of the head. Tractioning the spine. So then gently release, come back up to standing. Turn your feet forward for a moment. We're going to go back into that. So turning the toes back out, just that little rest sometimes helps. Drop back in, so I train those knees to follow towards the outer edge of the feet, not to fall inwards towards the big toe side. And then just pick up your right heel. And then you can add a little bit of pulsing. You can have your hands at your heart here if you want. Just strengthening the inner thigh a little bit, or you can just hold, or just hold the shape, just the lower body. And then release, straighten the legs for a minute, point your toes forward. Extend those arms back behind you and just grab hold of opposite elbow. If this one's too tricky for you, you can extend the hands and take hold of opposite hand, hold hands with yourself, and then just draw the chest up. Look up. So any of those things that bring our shoulders back opens the chest muscle and really kind of frees the front of the body. And then we'll just go back into that squat once more. So heels go back out. Just take a moment to really set that up for yourself. Sink down. And we're lifting the left heel this time. And just adding those little pulses just to strengthen a little bit. And also have that awareness up to the top of the head. You can just sit in if you prefer not to add that pulsing. And release. Toes back forward. This time, take your hands to your hips and hinge forward halfway so that our back becomes flat and parallel to the floor. And then extend your arms out to both sides for airplane pose. Just take a moment to try to look out to each thumb and see where everything is. We want to feel like our wingspan is wide. When we're soaring, remember that vision we had, that visioning we did at the beginning of our practice, taking a bird's eye view, so have that feeling as if you were soaring here. When it becomes tiresome, bring yourself all the way forward, hands to the ankles or wherever you reach, and just take a few moments here, letting the head fall down towards here. And then side lunging into the legs. So you can release your hands to the middle and then turn one toe back out to the corner, kind of walk over, bending that knee, keeping the other leg straight. And it becomes dynamic, so just walk to the middle, turn the other toe towards the corner edge, bend that knee, strong. And we'll just do this once more on each side. You want to sit back and low, and come back to the middle. As you exhale, you're going to sink in. So just keep your knee over the ankle, kind of sit back and low. Make sure it's not too much to the other leg. One more downward dog here before we come back to standing. If you're ready, if you need to come to standing, you can. Otherwise, take downward dog once more from this nice wide angle position where you pull back through your hips and you almost have to hold on to the floor with your fingertips. Rock your hands below and back, and then start to heel toe the feet in or hop it in if you'd like. And slowly just rise up. Take a moment here to gather yourself to get some water if you need a sip. We're going to do one more standing pose. Some of you, if you have a block, you might want to use it. It's going to be eagle pose. So if you do like to have a little extra support, you can have the block here. So similar to let's practice chair pose first, just as a reminder of how we're going to sit into this. So with our chair pose, either feet hip distance apart or all the way together, ankles touch, toes touch. It's really up to you and your body. And then bend the knees. We're going to feel most of your weight in your heels, maybe strong arches too. And notice your pelvis. We don't want to be too hyperextended or too forward, but just a happy neutral. And then my version is usually lately here, but you're welcome to take your arms fully extended and sit back lower. Take some moments to check in with your toes. Really press down into the earth, kind of pulse check with the earth, with yourself, with your breath. If you're doing this arm, switch the arms now. So imagine there's like a table. I'm kind of pressing down through my elbows and hands to draw my shoulders down the back and lift up. And when I lift up through the crown, I kind of lift up through the glutes and the thighs. And so then go ahead and release, straighten up. So just remembering that that's kind of a similar feeling when we sit into eagle pose. So we'll go ahead and choose whatever leg you want to begin. I'm going to begin by standing on the left. You do you. And so slightly bend that knee and bring your right leg across. And you could just choose to stay here today. You have the block if you want that little sense of ground coming up to you. Then you can press your toe into the block. And we'll mix in the arms here. So we'll take the left arm. So you just want to do opposite arm across. Make that X. And really it's okay, whatever works out. Then align your arms right in front of your gaze and just sit lower here. This really powers up the whole body. Really powers up our focus to center and squeezes and kind of energizes the whole body. So this is our big pose before we move to the mat. So just enjoy this light, nice last squeeze here. And if you want and you have that extra space, you can try wrapping your foot around. My knee doesn't want to go there today. You can float up off the block. When you're ready, press out. Step for a moment, take a breath, kind of let your body receive all of that good energy. Move your block to the other side if you're going to need it. Sometimes it's nice to just start out with the block and then lift off. And then root down through that other leg. I'm going on the right leg. Slightly bend that knee and feel shifting that weight, bring the left leg across. We're trying to stack the knees. We're using the block. For me, the block really actually doesn't help me, but just for today's video, I'll use that. And then our arms. Go ahead, cross the right on top of the left, make that X shape, wrap the arms. And allow the palms to kind of press together. Any variations that you guys are doing, look good. Feel everything squeeze to midline. So usually in a lot of our postures, our energy is going out to the fingertips, to the extremity. For here, we're pulsating kind of back to center. So use that Ujjayi breath. Wrap the leg if you want. Just feel that challenge. Unwind when it's time for you to step out. Take a moment to release and set yourself up. If you like to have a blanket for your head when you lay down, or your shoulders, your neck, whatever, bring that in. And any other props, we'll be moving on to the back now. So just go ahead and take yourself down slowly. Once your back hits the mat, just relax your shoulder blades completely. Allow your feet to widen out and let your knees come into the center to rest against each other. Feel all that effort, all that balance, and just release. Take a moment to be on the ground, to be resting. Thank your body. One more nice full deep breath. Just notice your heart rate, any heat. Thank and welcome all of that. And then walk the feet back to the center of the mat. Let's just do some pelvic tilt. Sometimes some of these postures really can aggravate or activate things. So we just want to kind of gently notice that. So just tilting forward and back. Breathe in, let the belly lift. Feel the tailbone press to the earth. And then as you exhale, you feel more of your lower back. Just that natural curving that's different for all of us. So each person has their own curves. So feel that. And then bring your left knee into your chest. And extend the right leg long and flat if it's okay. Rock your hip here, so using your knee, just go side to side. Bring that left ankle up to, bring the right leg up and make your figure four shape. So left ankle to right knee. Go ahead and hold behind or in front. Relax the shoulders, head as heavy. Maybe close the eyes and just tune into your body if you want to twirl out your ankle. Making some circles just to notice. And bring some good movement into the joints here. And then releasing that, let's pull that left knee gently in, taking it across the body. First supine twist. So you can hook this left foot behind the right thigh, holding if you'd like. Letting your left arm begin to reach. You might need a prop under your left arm. This could be a place to your blanket, even your block, or maybe nothing at all. Feel free to double roll your blanket, make some more neck support, whatever makes it feel really supportive for you so that you can rest here for a few deep breaths. Welcome to bring the gaze away to the left side. Opening your chest and your nostrils and really the side of your body for slower, more releasing breath. Feeling the sense of spaciousness. Slowly unwind here, coming back And tipping back, both feet down. Move yourself back to the center of your mat. And just go ahead and pull the right knee in. Extend the left leg long. Give a little wiggle here, just checking in with your right hip. Bring that left foot up, place the right ankle on the left knee for figure four. Reach through, hold in front or behind the left knee. And just press the lower back down as you exhale. Have awareness that this posture is about support, and really release anything in the upper body that feels like it's holding too much. Twirling out the ankle here might feel nice, a few times in each direction. And go ahead and release that left foot down all the way again. We'll bring the right knee across the body, now guiding it. Use your left arm. You can tuck it behind as you roll over, extend that right arm. Some people like to shift their hips here, it's up to you. You all know how to twist, so make it your favorite twist, or a good one for today. Nourishing all of the organs and glands here in the lower body, in the lower back, kidneys, liver, gallbladder. Making space for everything. Noticing what the shoulder needs. More intense could be to make a cactus shape or just extend that arm a little higher. Notice the head and neck, the throat. Take another moment here, or if you're ready to rock back to center, go ahead and return to bent knee position with the feet flat. Just take a moment to notice how your lower back is feeling. Whenever it's good for you, extend your legs to your corpse pose for Shavasana. If there's a different pose you'd like to have today, you could do any of those things we typically do, like legs up the wall, or legs up the couch, or just resting with the roll underneath your knees. Taking a few minutes here. Just let the whole body be here just as it is. The eyes are relaxing. Let also the tongue relax. And let the jaws soften. Allow your body to feel the sense of physical stillness and the natural breath, nourishing, and just trusting the earth that holds you here, trusting the process by which nature takes care of us. You want to use that visualization we did earlier of being on the mountaintop or being a bird soaring above, that bird's eye view. Feel free to bring that into your imagination now and see yourself small. Or see yourself connected as part of the whole ecosystem. Not needing to fix it all or save it all, but being an important piece in your way, sharing, receiving, showing up, giving, connecting. Breathing in, practice this Tonglen idea of Tibetan Buddhism again. Just being able to hold it all and know that it's really the earth that supports us. You can breathe it all in, acknowledge it all, and release it all. It's not yours to hold, but we can all, as humans, experience it in brings us more compassion. Breathing in and out gently, or just resting in moment-to-moment awareness. Noticing where your attention is. Feeling free to rest here as long as you need. Bring your hands in front of your heart. And bring that up to your forehead. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.